Hello students, welcome to the new lecture, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about arteries, veins and also blood capillaries. Okay, so very good afternoon to everyone. So Kajal Agarwal, good afternoon. Anuj Kumar, good afternoon. Okay, so good afternoon Kavya, everyone, good afternoon. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about Divya Jadhav, good afternoon, hi. So today we are going to discuss about arteries and veins, okay, and also blood capillaries. So these are the topics that we are going to discuss today, okay. And remember one thing, if you have any doubts or questions, use the live chat section to ask me, okay. If you ask your doubts or questions in the live chat section, I can answer to those questions, okay. Do not forget about it. And let us start about our discussion: arteries, veins, and blood capillaries. So these are the three types of the blood vessels. So what is the importance of these blood vessels? Okay, so we know that our body, okay, our body is a closed circulatory system. Okay, our circulatory system is closed circulatory system. Means the blood flows in these blood vessels only. What are the blood vessels? Arteries, veins, and also blood capillaries. In these, the blood is going to flow. So hence we need most important thing, that is the blood vessels. Okay, without blood vessels, so it is not possible for the proper survival. So these three types of the blood vessels, okay, they are very important for the carrying of the blood from the heart to body parts. Okay, so these are the blood vessels, and these blood vessels carry blood from the heart to body parts. That is nothing but arteries. Okay, so BV, okay, blood vessels. We are writing the short form. Okay, so first one is the artery. Okay, artery. Next one will be the veins, and next one will be the blood capillary. We are writing short form BCP, blood capillaries. So what the arteries will do? Arteries are going to carry blood from the heart to body parts. So heart to body parts. So this is the main important functions of the artery. So as a result, we can say that from the heart to body part means what? Artery. From the heart to body part means this is nothing but heart. This is nothing but arteries. The arteries are going to carry oxygenated blood. Okay, it is going to carry oxygenated blood. Okay, Hema, Vijay, good afternoon. Very good afternoon. Okay. And Pushpanjali also, good afternoon. And arteries, this is the functions of the arteries. So what is the importance of vein? Before we discuss about the vein, the walls of the artery. What is meant by wall? So let us consider this is the pipe. Okay, let us consider this is the pipe. Okay, how much thickness this pipe is? Okay, how much thickness this pipe is? Let us consider the pipe is this much thickness. Okay, so the thick pipe and also thin pipes you can see in the market. In the same way, the blood vessels, some are thin, some are thick. So if you compare these three, if you compare arteries, veins and also blood capillaries, among these three, the thickest wall is present in the arteries only. Okay, the thickest wall is present in the arteries. And why the walls of the arteries are thick? They are thick to withstand the pressure. Why? Because the blood is coming from the heart. Okay, the blood is coming from the heart, and this blood is being carried in the blood vessel. That blood vessel is nothing but artery. So to withstand the highest amount of the pressure that is exerted by the heart, this blood vessel should be stronger, and they should have the thicker blood vessel. Okay, so they are going to hold a huge amount of the pressure. So next, coming to the vein, it is the second type of the blood vessel. Okay, this blood vessel is going to carry blood from the body parts to heart. Okay, so here this is body parts to heart. Okay, such type of blood vessel is nothing but vein. Vein is going to carry deoxygenated blood. It is going to collect blood from the body parts and it is going to supply to the heart. Okay, it means the blood vessel that is involved in the collection of the blood and also supplying to the heart is known as vein. Okay, the walls of the vein are thin due to the less blood pressure. So if you compare the pressure between the artery and vein, the veins are going to have the lesser amount of the blood pressure. Okay, this is another most important thing. And next one is the blood capillary. The blood capillary are microscopic. What is meant by microscopic? Micro means very, very small. Okay, micro means very, very small. Scope means see. Okay, so to see these blood vessels, they are very, very small, and we need microscope to see them. Okay, so blood capillaries are microscopic blood vessels, and they are made up of one single layer of cells. What is meant by single layer? Single layer of cells means this is one layer of cells in this way. Okay, so here also layer, it is acting, this layer is nothing but like a tube. Okay, this is like a tube. Okay, so the blood is going to flow in the tube, and this tube is made up of a single layer of cells. Why? Because to escape gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, and also to escape the nutrients. What are the nutrients? Carbohydrates, vitamins, okay, everything. Okay, so carbohydrates, amino acids, next sugars and everything. Okay, to escape all these from these blood vessels. So the blood capillaries are one-celled thickness. Okay, and do not forget to ask your doubts or comment section in the live chat section. Okay, and they are made up of single layer of cells, and they are going to establish continuity between arteries and veins. So let us consider this is the artery. Okay, so this is the artery. So this artery is going to divide into fine hair-like structures. These are also a blood vessels. Again, they are going to join into a blood vessel. Okay, so here you can see this is the artery. Okay, and this is the vein. Okay, this is the artery and this is the vein. Between the artery and vein there is a blood capillary, BCP. Okay, so there is a blood capillary. So which chapter is this? This is third chapter, transportation. Okay, this is the third chapter, transportation. And by the way, you can copy the notes also. Okay, so arteries and veins. In between the arteries and veins there is a blood capillary. Okay, so this blood capillary is going to establish connection between the arteries and veins. It means it is going to join the artery and vein. So these blood vessels are allowing the diffusion of various substances. So diffusion is nothing but higher concentration to lower concentration. Okay, so the movement of molecules from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, such kind of transfer is known as diffusion. Okay, here what is happening in the arteries, there is more oxygen over here, and this oxygenated blood, what will happen? This oxygenated blood will come over here. Okay, and they release oxygen to the tissue. Okay, the tissue is going to take oxygen. Can you see here there is a diffusion process occurring over here? Yes, there is a diffusion process occurring in this blood vessel. Okay, so this is the importance of the blood capillary. So what functions they are going to do? They are going to help in the diffusion of the nutrients. What are the nutrients? Like amino acids, like glucose molecules, okay, vitamins, and also some other components. So they are going to help in the diffusion of nutrients. And next is the diffusion of the gases. What are the gases? Oxygen, next carbon dioxide, means exchanging of the oxygen and carbon dioxide is seen over here. Okay, and next is the leukocytes. Leukocytes are nothing but a type of the blood vessels that helps in the fighting with microorganisms, and it helps and it will help your survival. Okay, so these are the three types of the blood vessels, and this diagram is going to explain about thickness and also their size, everything. Okay, so see here, first one, this is the artery, and this is the vein, and this is the blood capillary. Three types of the blood vessels. So first here, if you see the artery, so see the lumen. What is a lumen? Lumen means inside. Okay, inside channel. Okay, inside channel of this tube is known as lumen. So in the lumen the blood will flow. Okay, in the lumen the blood will flow. I am highlighting with blue color. In the lumen the blood will flow. So compare the size of the lumen of artery and also lumen of the vein. So the lumen of the vein is more. Why? Because the vein do not have the much pressure. And the next thing is the artery thickness, the wall thickness compared between the artery and also vein. So the thickness, wall thickness of the artery is much more, and also thickness of the vein is much less. Okay, so this is another important thing. And compare with blood capillary also. Blood capillary is made up of only one cell thickness. It means it is even more very thin. Okay, so this is about blood capillary. So these are the differentiation between the blood vessels. Okay, these are the differentiations between the blood vessels. So now we are going to study about structure and function of a blood vessel. Okay, these are the aspects that have been taken. And next is we are comparing artery with vein. Okay, this is a small table so that we are going to discuss in this topic. Okay, so what is thickness? The thickness of the artery is very thick. Okay, if you compare with vein, the thickness is more in the artery and the thickness is very thin in the vein. So this is one of the aspects. Next is a valve. Valves, remember one thing, valves are nothing but they are going to regulate the flow of something, okay, whether it may be liquid or any substance. So the valves is absent in the artery. So why the valves are absent in the artery? Why? Because there is a huge pressure in the artery. There is no need of valves, okay. There is no need of valves to prevent backflow of the blood. But in case of vein, there is no pressure. Okay, there is no pressure means very less pressure. Okay, no or less pressure. So as a result, what will happen? So to pump blood from the leg to heart through vein, what is required? Okay, some amount of mechanism is required, that is known as valve. Let us consider this is the valve. So the blood, this is the leg, and this is the heart. Okay, so this is the vein. So to pump blood through the vein, so first of all, there is very less pressure in the vein. So the blood may not flow easily. Okay, as a result, if the blood flows up to here, okay, fine. When the blood tries to come back, what will happen? This valve will close. Okay, when the blood tries to flow in the opposite direction, the valve will close. By this way, these valves help in the flow of blood in only one direction. Okay, this is the reason the valves are present in the veins. If there is no valves, there is no proper flow of blood in the veins. Okay, so next is the capacity to retain the shape when the blood is absent. Only the arteries can retain shape. Why? Because the wall of the artery is thin. As a result, even the blood is not present, they are going to retain their shape. But here if you see, the veins are unable to retain their shape. Why they are unable to retain shape? Why? Because the lumen is larger. Okay, and also lumen is larger and wall thickness is also very less. As a result, they are going to collapse. Okay, they cannot retain shape. If you compare artery, the lumen is very less and also the thickness is more. Okay, the thickness is more in the artery. So as a result, what will happen? So even the blood is not present, they are not going to collapse. Okay, it means they are going to maintain the shape of the blood. But here in this case of vein, the shape is not maintained. Okay, the shape of the vein is not maintained. So direction of the flow of blood is from heart to lungs all the time. Remember one thing, the arteries are going to carry blood from the heart to lungs and they will supply oxygenated blood. And here the veins are going to supply from the body organs to heart. It means deoxygenated. The veins are involved in the transportation of deoxygenated blood. Okay, and if you are able to listen clearly, if there is any problem in the microphone or in the video, let me know. If everything is perfect, then also let me know in the live chat section. Okay, so that if any problem I can correct here. So next is the direction of the flow of blood is over now. So next is the pressure in the vessels. There is huge pressure in the arteries and also there is very less pressure in the veins. So this is also another aspect. So the type of transportation is nothing but oxygenated blood is transported through the arteries. Through the arteries, oxygenated blood will be transported and deoxygenated blood will be transported in the veins. So this is about the discussion about arteries and veins. So now we are going to discuss about the differences between the pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. This is a small question given in the textbook. So what they are asking about the pulmonary artery. Remember one most important thing, the pulmonary artery is only the artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Remaining all arteries are going to carry oxygenated, but except pulmonary artery, So all arteries are going to carry oxygenated. So pulmonary refers to the lungs. Pulmonary means lungs, means this is the artery related to the lungs, that is known as pulmonary artery. And pulmonary vein means, the pulmonary means lungs, okay, and also vein means it is a blood vessel that is going to bring oxygenated blood from the lungs to heart, okay. It is also related to the lungs. So the word pulmonary refers to the lungs. Next is the activity 4. So this activity 4, we have to do small activity about observation of veins and arteries, okay. So observation of veins and arteries. For this segment, take a table, okay, sit on the table, make sure that one leg is easily dangling over there, okay. So dangling means the freely hanging. So keep another leg on the dangling leg, okay. So that knee rest on the knee of others. So other leg. So after some time you will see a series of small movements with each heartbeat leg will be seen, okay, which is on the top, restrict the blood flow, okay. It means you will see a small some kind of movement, okay, some kind of movement, series of small movements will be seen. So what is the reason? After some time you will see there is a pins and needles sensation, okay. Why? Because here the blood flow will be restricted, okay. If you sit in that position, the blood vessels will be blocked. As a result, there is no proper supply of blood. If there is no proper supply of blood, you will see such kind of sensation known as pins and needles, okay. That sensation will be seen in the leg. And till now, if you have any doubts, so let me know in the comment section. That is nothing but live chat section, and I will clear your doubts, okay. And do not forget to post in the live chat section. So next is a swing arm. In the next case, swing arm around several times to fill the blood in vein, to fill blood in the veins. So as a result, what will happen? So blood will be pulled at one position, okay. And now hold the arm vertically downward so that the blood will be stored at one side, okay. And gently press your finger along the prominent vein. So that is stroking in the reverse direction to the blood is seen. That is towards the hand. So it means, let us consider this is a hand, okay. This is a rough diagram. This is a hand, okay. So if you hold the hand towards the ground, what will happen? The blood will be pulled over here. It means the blood will be over here in the veins, and also there is stroking in the reverse direction to the blood. It means the blood tries to move towards the heart. What is the function of the vein? The function of the vein is to transport blood from the body parts to organs, okay. Hence, as a result, let us use this small vein, and the blood will be, if you stop over here, the blood will get pulled over here, okay. Blood will pull over here towards the hand. So this is about activity 4, okay. So next question will be, can you see the swelling where you have pushed the blood against the walls? Yes, wherever you push the blood vessel against the wall, there you can see there is a swelling. So arteries are very strong elastic. Why? Arteries has to withstand more amount of the pressure, and there is a pressure exerted by the heart on these blood vessels. So they should be elastic. They should be stronger to withstand the pressure. Okay. And the next one will be the why we compare arteries like trees and which divides into smaller and smaller branches. So if you see here how the tree will be, let us consider this is the ground. The tree will be like this. Okay. So the trees will be going to divide the branches in this way, okay. So the branches will divide even fine and finer and smaller, okay. In the same way, if you see the heart, let us consider this is a rough diagram of the heart. So the chambers. So from the left ventricle, there is a blood vessel coming. This blood vessel is known as systemic aorta, okay. This systemic aorta is going to divide into many branches. Okay, these branches are known as arteries. Again, these arteries will divide into arterioles. Arterioles divide into blood capillaries. Blood capillaries into venules. Venules into vein. So this is nothing but looking like a tree. It is looking like a tree. So hence we are comparing the systemic aorta like a tree. Okay. Such kind of arrangement is also seen in the trees. So the lumen size is bigger in veins when compared to artery. Why? So here the lumen size are larger to carry more volume of the blood. First of all, there is not much pressure in the vein. So there is not much pressure in the vein. Okay. So if the vein is larger, okay, if the vein is larger, even though the pressure is very less, it can carry more amount of the blood, okay, it can carry more volume of the blood. So this is one of the reason, due to the less pressure in the vein, the volume, okay, the lumen size is more in the veins, okay. So this is about the last question, and next one will be the cardiac cycle. So what is meant by cardiac? The cardiac is nothing but heart, okay. Cycle means it is the events that repeats again and again, okay. So in the heart there are some events that repeats again and again, that is known as cardiac cycle. So simply, if you want to define cardiac cycle, so remember, it will be useful in your exams. So cardiac cycle means the sequential events. Events means the functions. The sequential events of contractions and relaxation of atria and ventricles in the heart. That is known as cardiac cycle. Okay. And here the events are cyclically repeated. Like what is known as cyclical repetition? Contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation, and so on. Such kind of contraction, relaxation that repeats cyclically is known as the cardiac cycle. So here the human heart starts beating at 21st day, okay, 21st day of fetus development. So during the, you can call it as a embryonic development. If it is stopped, if the heartbeat stops at 21st day, or if the heart doesn't start beating, in that condition the fetus is going to die. Fetus is nothing but development of the baby, okay, the fetus is going to die. So this is the about cardiac cycle in case of embryonic development, or cardiac heart in case of embryonic development. So the blood from the vena cava, okay, and pulmonary veins enters into the right and left atria. So what is meant by atria? So this is the heart, okay, we are drawing the rough diagram. This is the heart, okay. We know that the upper two chambers and also lower two chambers. Upper two chambers are known as atria, okay, atria, and lower two chambers are known as ventricles, okay. Lower two chambers are known as ventricles, okay. And if you have any doubts, you don't forget to ask me in the live chat sections, okay. So here what is happening when the both atria are contracted? So here to the atria, to the right atria, okay, to the right atria, we will draw the diagram clearly again, okay. So to the right atria, okay, which type of blood vessel is going to bring the blood? So inferior vena cava, okay, inferior vena cava or post-caval vein, and also superior vena cava, pre-caval vein. These blood vessels, inferior vena cava and also inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, they are going to bring the blood or deoxygenated blood, and they are going to fill in the right atrium, okay. At the same time, here the pulmonary vein, okay, the pulmonary vein is going to bring oxygenated blood from the left and also right lungs, okay, from the left and right lungs it is going to bring oxygenated blood, and it is going to fill in the left atria. So when they are going to fill, when the both right atria and also right ventricle are relaxed, when they are relaxed, they are going to accept blood from these blood vessels, okay. Okay, fine. After some time the chambers, right atria and also left atria and also left right atria and also left atria, both are filled, both top two chambers are filled. Now what will happen? They are going to contract. When they contract, what will happen? The walls which is present over here, the tricuspid wall and also bicuspid wall. So the tricuspid wall and bicuspid wall, they are going to open when the both atria contracts. When the both atria contracts, the blood will flow to the next chamber. What are the next chamber? Right ventricle and also left ventricle. So now here, remember, when they are receiving blood from the atria, they are in relaxed conditions, okay, when they are in relaxed conditions. So here, the left side of the heart, the right side of the heart is related with deoxygenated blood, and the left side of the heart or left side chambers are involved with oxygenated blood. So here they are going to pump to the right ventricles. At the time, what will happen? The valves will be opening and the blood is filled. Okay, now the ventricles are filled with blood. Now what will happen? Now this blood has to be transported, transported to the next further step. As a result, these ventricles are going to close. Okay, when the right ventricle and also left ventricle both are closed, what will happen? You will see closing of valves, tricuspid valve and also bicuspid valve. Remember these two, tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve, they are going to close. When the tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve going to close, what will happen? It is going to create a sharp sound. Okay, so sharp sound is known as lub. Okay, so that is going to create a lub sound. So this is nothing but contraction. So I think the point is over here. Okay, so it is going to create a sharp sound. The sharp sound is known as lub. When the lub sound is created when the forcible closing of a tricuspid valve and also bicuspid valve, that leads to the formation of a lub sound. This lub sound is sharp sound. You can hear clearly. Okay, so you can hear clearly. So when the dub sound is created, okay, fine. So they are contracted. When the ventricles are contracted, the valves are going to close. It is going to create lub sound. So now what will happen after contraction? Again the ventricles has to relax. When the contraction is over, again they have to relax. When they relax, what will happen? The pressure drops. As a result, another type of blood vessels will close. Another type of valves will close. Those valves are nothing but pulmonary valve, systemic valve. This is pulmonary valve. This is systemic valve. So why they will close? Why? Because when the ventricles are relaxed, okay, there is a chance of backflow of blood into these chambers. Okay, when there is chance of backflow of blood again into these chambers. Why? Because when these two chambers, when the ventricles contract, what will happen? The blood will flow into pulmonary artery. Okay, this is known as artery. Okay, pulmonary artery and also systemic blood vessel. Okay. As a result, when they relax, there is a chance of coming back. So as a result, the pulmonary artery is going to have the pulmonary valve, and a systemic artery is going to have the systemic valve. They are going to close. It means when the pulmonary valve, systemic valve closes, what will happen? You will see dub sound. Dub sound is nothing but dull sound. Okay. You will see lub sound is created when the tricuspid valve, bicuspid valve closes, and the dub sound is created when the pulmonary valve and also systemic valve closes. Okay, so this is about sound created by the heart. So here you can see the atrial contraction. Atrial contraction is nothing but atrial systole. It is going to require around 0.11 seconds to 0.14 seconds. Next one will be the ventricular contraction or ventricular systole. It requires about 0.27 to 0.35 seconds. So these are the time taken. So both auricles and ventricles are going to relax. Then it is known as diastole. Okay, auriculoventricular diastole. It is going to relax. It is going to take about 0.4 seconds. So together, whole process is completed in 0.8 seconds. So now we have to remember the most important thing. The tissue will not receive blood continuously. No blood received. The blood will not receive continuously. It means discontinuous blood is supplied to the tissue by the heart. How? Here in the just now we have discussed, this is the heart. Okay, the two chambers, bottom two chambers are known as the ventricles. When the ventricles contract, okay, the blood will be pumped to the pulmonary artery, and also here the left ventricle is going to pump blood to the systemic aorta. So our body is going to receive blood through the arteries only. How these arteries are formed? Through the systemic aorta from here. Okay. So when they contract, when the left ventricle contract, what will happen? The blood will be coming. Okay. When the left ventricles, when the both ventricles relax, what will happen? No supply of blood. When they contract, again blood supply. When they relax, no blood supply. When they contract, blood supply. When they relax, no supply. When they contract, the blood supply, and so on. It means supplying, not supplying, supplying, not supplying, supplying, not supplying, based upon the contraction and also relaxation. So can you see here, this is discontinuous. Okay, this is discontinuous. Okay, discontinuous means not continuous. So that will be seen in this in the circulatory system. Okay, hence we can say that the blood supply is in the form of spurts. Spurts is nothing but little by little that will be sent to the tissues. Okay, hence the blood supply to tissue is discontinuous and it can be observed in the pulse in the wrist. If you want to observe such kind of supply, carefully observe your wrist. There is a throbbing of a blood vessel. Okay, it means the blood vessel will move up, down, and so on. Such kind of movement of blood vessel up, down is due to the contraction, relaxation of the ventricles. Okay, so the contraction, relaxation of ventricles is making the pulse to occur. So it is nothing but with the help of pulse rate you can measure the heartbeat. Heartbeat is equal to the pulse rate. Okay, so hence the rate of pulse will be equal to the number of heartbeats. Okay, here you can see the name of the animal like blue whale, elephant, man, cold bird, etc. These are different types of organisms. Next is the weight of the body is given. So example, blue whale is 1,50,000 kgs, elephant is 3,000 kgs, and so on. Compare the weight of the heart. So the weight of the heart and the number of heartbeat. So blue whale, it is around 7 beats per minute, and elephant is 46 times, man 76 times per minute. And also coated bird, even though its body is 8 grams and heart is 0.15 grams, it is beating around 1,200 times per minute. So this is very huge. Okay, and next one will be the single and double circulation. So what is single circulation? Single means once. Okay, double means twice. Okay, if the heart receives blood only once, that is known as single circulation. Okay, single circulation. So if the heart receives blood twice, okay, that is known as double. Okay, that is known as double circulation. So see here, the heart in this case of a fish. Okay, in this diagram, first diagram, you can see the fish. The fish has a heart. It is going to take blood from the body parts. Okay, and pumping through the gills. As a result, deoxygenated blood will become oxygenated to the body parts, again from the body parts to the gills, and also to the heart again. Okay, so here that is nothing but there is a circulation. Okay, there is circulation through the heart only once, that is known as single circulation. But in case of human beings, you can see first in the heart. Okay, we can see the heart has the 4 chambers, left side chambers and right side chambers. In the left side, deoxygenated means the blood is first coming to these chambers. Okay, to the left side of the to the right side of the chamber. The deoxygenated blood will come to the right side of the chamber, moves to the lungs. Okay, again from the lungs to the right side of the chamber, and so on. It means you can see the blood is circulating twice through the heart. Such kind of circulation through the heart twice, that is known as double circulation. Okay. Double circulation means the flow of blood through heart twice for completion of one circulation. Such kind of circulation is known as double circulation. Okay. So next is the questions. Textbook questions is, how many times did your pointer touch the body parts in figure 11A and 11B? That is only one time. So how many times did your pointer touch the heart in the figure 11A and also 11B? That is one time in 11A and also 2 times in B. Okay. And how many times did your pointer touch the respiratory organs in the figure 11A and 11B? That is only one time. Okay, and this is about the blood capillaries, or this is about the blood vessels. Okay, cardiac cycle and single and double circulation. Okay, and I hope this lecture is helpful to you. And now, if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the live chat section, and I will answer to your questions, and I will clear your doubts. Okay. And remember one thing, you can use these notes for writing in your classwork. Okay. Do not forget to draw the diagrams. Why? Because diagrams are most important in the examination. If you practice now, it will become more useful in your future. Okay, in your exams. Okay then. I hope it is clear and also there is no doubts for you, and we will discuss the next topic.